Welcome to a brand new episode of Girl, Geek, and Gay, the show that teaches you about dreams by putting you to sleep. I am Jose, and with me is the beautiful Jaime.
Hello, we're back.
Hi,
dreams.
So, a while ago, I woke up from a dream that I do not remember. To this day, I don't remember what that dream was.
Okay.
But waking up from it out loud, I just said, I'm going to die in a car crash.
Don't say that.
Those
Why
were the
would you
words that came
say
out of my
that?
mouth.
Oh my god.
I was not planning on it. There wasn't even a thought that entered my head. I woke up and I said those words out loud.
Aye.
I have no idea what made me say it, but of course it kind of stuck with me. But let's be honest, like in all likelihood, I'm more likely to die in a car crash because I spend so much time driving. It's either going to be that or heart disease, right?
Stop. You need to stop drinking Monsters too, by the way.
I feel like Monster's the only thing that keeps my heart beating at this point.
No.
I'm going to die with my heart still beating.
Stop. Stop. Stop drinking Monsters. I don't want to get dark here, but I've heard stories of people that die from like drinking too many energy drinks, so... Stop, Jose, stop it.
Well, today's topic is about dreams.
Dreams.
Where do they come from? And more importantly, what do they mean?
Yeah, totally all that.
I mean, my idea is that there's subconscious thoughts that your brain needs to release somehow.
Sex.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's our show. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Next.
There's more?
No, I think part of the reason why I wanted to talk about dreams too was because in Multiverse of Madness, I like what they said about dreams in particular, like that it's actually just like different dimensions of you.
Yeah.
You know, and are you remembering different lives, different dimensions, different moments in time. And in America Chavez, obviously, she doesn't have dream because she's only the only one that exists across multiverses.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about it.
All right.
I talk about my dreams.
All right. What do you got?
Sometimes. Wow. I don't know. Okay, so recently, so you know, I'm really into like Zodiac and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the most recent dreams, and this was such a vivid dream, was the only way I can describe myself in this dream was Virgo, which is what my zodiac is. What did you think of it?
Nothing. Just that Adolfo wasn't putting in work.
What the? Okay, no, what I mean is I was in this dream and I remember being it so vividly. I was in some far off planet. I don't know where the fuck I was. Waiting just for, I don't know, a lover, I guess. I don't fucking know exactly what I was doing. But it was crazy planet because it was like a blue planet. Like the vibe of the planet was blue. It was maybe nighttime on the planet, I don't fucking know. Lots of like luminescent thing, huh?
So you were there.
No, I know, but well, I'm saying because what if it's just like their daytime is like nighttime, you know, on this far. I'm an alien. I don't know. I was a woman, a very, I would say mystically dressed woman. I don't know how else to describe it aside from like a very like flowy gown, a very.
You were one of the women in white that show up in the ghost stories.
Yeah, but this was like on another planet, you know.
Other planets have women in white, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was in another planet, and so there's like a lot of like. Almost like grass, but it's almost maybe like seaweed even because of the way that it moved. But it's
so it wasn't like a desert planet.
It was a nightmare. No, it wasn't a desert planet. No, it wasn't. It was very Avatar.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't underwater. But it felt like it was underwater. It was weird
because of the gravity.
Because of gravity.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I just remember myself sitting there, just like waiting. You know, waiting for something, and it just always kind of sticks with me, and I don't know why. And I know I was waiting for something specific or for somebody specific, but I had been waiting for like thousands of years or something like that. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's like
You're patient.
That's my true form, dude. I'm like a really patient woman somewhere,
which is the exact opposite of what you are.
Wow, a very impatient man. You're right. Yeah. That's very true. That is very true. You're right. But I described that because I told Adolfo about it when I woke up that day. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck I was. I was waiting and I was sad, but like I was just waiting, you know. And it was very like it was crazy. It's beautiful. I felt like I was there. That's the craziest thing to me. You know, like it's just so vivid. that like you just feel like that was something you lived through or will live through type of situation. So
kind of what I'm imagining is that show that you made me watch, Love and Robots.
oh yeah, Love Death Robots.
Yeah, that
Love Robot Deaths. I don't know.
There's no sex in it. That's for sure.
I don't know why I always thought there was sex in it too.
But the second episode when they're on Mars or just a different planet. Yeah. And that's just what came to mind when you were talking about walking around in a different planet.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, most dreams last anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes.
Oh.
But they feel like hours.
Yeah.
We've all watched Inception.
Yeah.
Everything just lasts way longer in a dream.
Yeah. Yeah. I could dream in like literally like 5 minutes sometimes. Like sometimes I knock out in between sleep, I guess. Like
in between sleep?
In between sleep. I wake up and I'm like, all right, let me just knock out. And I had this whole ass dream and it's like only been like 5 minutes later. So
you wake up and you're like, man, I could really use a nap.
Yeah. That was me this morning. Yeah.
I know I have strange dreams. I actually do remember my dreams quite often. And there are times where something happens throughout the day that triggers that memory. Because there are times where I'll wake up and I don't remember what I dreamt, or just don't think about it, and then just I'm driving, I'm talking to somebody, and just something happens, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah,
hold on, I had a weird dream this morning. And they're like, wait, where did this conversation come from?
Yeah,
I'm like, it just clicked in my head right now, so you're gonna have to listen to it.
It's totally happening now.
Yeah, I remember there was one time, and this was creepy, and I was with my girlfriend at the time, and she was asleep. I was watching TV, and she started talking to me in her sleep. Right? Have I told this story before?
I'm not sure. Did she cuss you out or something?
No.
Oh, what did she say?
Well, she started talking in her sleep. So before we moved in together, she was very independent, and that was one of the things that attracted me to her. I didn't need to be there all the time for her to do anything and get anything done. So when we moved in together, she became the opposite of that. And it felt like whenever I was home, she was like right there next to me. Like wherever I went, she had to like walk next to me and everything, right? It's very obnoxious. But this night, she's in bed. She's already asleep. I'm laying in bed next to her. I'm watching TV. And she starts talking to me. And she says, she kind of starts like sobbing. So I just think she's having a bad dream, right? So I like try to console her and everything. And she says, I tell her, hey, everything's okay. You're just having a bad dream. And she goes like, no, they're following me. And I'm like, what who's following you? She's like, I don't know who they are. Just but everywhere I go, I see them. I see them just watching me. I'm like, who? And she goes, these people, like they're wearing hoods. I can't see them, but I can't see their faces, but I could see them. They're just following me everywhere I go, right? And
crazy.
Yeah, eventually she stopped. But after that conversation, I had nightmares for like a week straight.
Yeah,
I had one nightmare where I was being chased by a demon, right? And this version of hell was it was kind of akin to Dante's Inferno.
Okay.
So in Dante's Inferno, it's a big circle basically, where layers and everything of hell. This was more of a high rise. Well, yeah, I guess because
it goes down in levels, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but at the very top was the worst part.
Oh.
But I'm running from this demon, so I start off at the bottom of hell, and I'm working my way up to get away from it. But it's this labyrinth, and it's just filled with people in pain, screaming, and just hands popping out of the wall as I'm trying to run through them.
Whoa.
Terrifying. And I swear this thing chased me for like 3 nights in a row, man.
Oh, no. Was it different? Like, was it like a continuation of the dream every time? Wow.
Yeah, it felt like every time I would just go back to sleep, I would wake up. I mean, I would be in the same part where I woke up the night before.
Wow.
And yeah, so that's one dream that I remember. It was just
the fact that it kept continuing afterwards.
It was like I just paused this bitch every time I woke up.
Yeah, Adolfo says I speak different languages in my like when I speak to him sometimes. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me.
Are they real languages?
I don't know. Adolfo, was it a real language?
It's a different type of Spanish.
It's a different type of Spanish.
Oh wow! So it's like Mesoamerican Spanish.
Where's it from?
He goes back and forth between like his Salvadoran Spanish and his more Americanized Spanish.
Oh,
Wow!
creepy. I'm creeped out now about myself. That's it.
No, like the human brain is just so interesting because there are stories of people that go in for like a surgery and wake up with speaking a different language, or having a skill that they didn't possess before.
Yeah.
Like they're able to wake up and just all of a sudden like you can play a piano.
Yeah, Matrix. Yeah.
They just got it downloaded into them.
One of the craziest things is like almost have built like a relationship in a dream. It's so, and I say that because like,
like Rick and Morty.
No, what happened in Rick and Morty?
Have you seen that episode?
Maybe
it would have been season 1, but he's playing a game where he basically lives this whole entire life.
Oh yeah.
And then like when he dies in the game, like he wakes up and he's just like in
real life.
Yeah, in real life, and he's just tripping out because now he has this memory of an entire life lived.
Yeah, like I have this memory of of a person that I quote unquote dated in my dream, and I'm sad because because I miss that person even though I don't know that person. Like it's such a weird situation that like I dated this person, like there was like a relationship built in a lot of senses. Just a very vivid dream, and then I woke up just thinking about that person, and I'm like, well, that person doesn't even exist. Like, how do I feel this attached to this person? And it's funny because like again, they even say that your brain uses people that you've seen, maybe subconsciously, right? That you didn't pay attention to a person, but
your brain saw it.
Your brain saw it, right? And then places that image onto like another image, like a person in your dream, and then you grow attached to that person. That person exists. like that person essentially exists.
That person's face exists.
Their face exists, right? Obviously, it's not the same person.
Yeah.
I didn't really date this person in my dream, but it's almost like this. You miss that person because there was like. From my perspective,
idea of that person,
my idea of the person, like the relationship that we went through in that dream,
you're
was
just
very
like,
attached.
I want this personality on that face.
No, and I don't even think it was exactly like even that, like a specific like a dream date or anything like that. It was just more of like it was like a relationship that I had in my dream, and then that person doesn't really exist. They're not anybody I know, like I can't really even specify a name type of thing. One of the things that I deal with on a regular basis is sleep paralysis, and sleep paralysis is a really scary thing. Not just because of like the stories that are told about sleep paralysis, but more about like the experience that you go through. And I'm sure I might have mentioned sleep paralysis on the show before.
Yeah, but tell us again.
Yeah, well, your body does not allow you to fully wake up, and even then. Even then, there's like half things that are like real that you're hearing or you're feeling, or I don't open my eyes because I'm not a crazy bitch. I don't want to see shit. That's one thing I don't do. I do not try to open my eyes because I don't want to see a demon like at all. And
I know they're not real, right?
I know they're not real, but a lot of people say they see figures when they
shadow people,
the
hag,
demons. Even there was a show that talked about like sleep paralysis recently. It was like the House of something on Netflix. And she saw like the broken neck woman, which ended up being herself.
Yeah, the Haunting of Bly Manor.
Yeah. So exactly how she goes through it in that show is exactly what it feels like. Like I don't open my eyes because I don't want to see shit. Like I know it's not real, but I don't want to see shit, right?
Yeah.
But you do like I like sometimes I hear people's voices talking to me or like observing me. Like at a certain point, it's even like family members. Like we used to live with his family, and so like in Montebello, we used to live there. And so for some reason, his parents would be trying to wake me up, but they weren't really there or around, But I could also hear the TV playing at the same time because like if I was like asleep on the couch, I was like the TV was on. Right, so there's like half reality, half non-reality.
Dream state.
Dream state. Like there's times where he's still sleeping next to me, but he's not. He's already gone for the day. Excuse me. So it's more of like those type of situations where like it feels like, maybe I can hear him snoring. Like I can hear him snoring, and so one of the things that I do too when I am going through like sleep paralysis is I kind of
Try to ground yourself.
well, I first try to get him to wake me up
Okay.
by
By
like
rocking back and forth.
no groaning, like trying to
Yeah, you do.
not like that, not like that, but I'm saying like in the sense of like trying to get his attention.
Yeah.
Right. There's times where he's like he might still be awake, so I'll try to see if he's awake in that sense. Right. And there's been times where he's woken me up. Like he'll tell you because he's heard me like panicking. In my sleep paralysis.
Oh man, I see. I don't know. I'd like to say that I would wake you up,
Okay.
but I'm
You're
probably
a
gonna grab the
bitch.
camera first.
What a bitch.
Just so you can see what you look
No,
like
I
when
would-
this is happening.
Well, I'm okay.
See?
Okay,
I'm being
sometimes
thoughtful.
I want to record myself sleeping because I want to know what I say. Number one, but then again, I think about it like, do I really want to know what I say or what I do in my sleep? Because I don't know. I feel like demons.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But no, he's woken me up. But there's just other times where he's not even there, and I just think he's there. So
I remember hearing this story, and they've even played the recording. But it's a woman who she was always told that she talked in her sleep, so she decided to record herself. And one of the nights, you hear her start talking, and then you hear a man's voice reply to her,
fuck no,
Right?
yeah,
and she's like, "I live by myself. Like, who the fuck was I talking to?"
yeah.
Yeah, it's so creepy.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would want to do that. You know how like for example Paranormal Activity when they set up cameras in their houses to be able to see.
That movie's boring.
It was boring. I mean, but it was crazy. Like at the end.
Was it?
Well, at the end. But I'm saying like. Well,
Like that whole movie could have been an email.
well, she just. Could you imagine if I like? Could you imagine if you were Adolfo and like I'm just standing over you one day like.
Well,
you
you
kinda
he's getting some.
That's his first thought. Fuck yeah, honestly.
He's like, "All right,
Oh my god.
this is happening."
Oh my god.
That's what he said.
Stop it. Stop it. That's a whole different show. That's the OnlyFans one. Anyway. No, yeah. It's just sleep paralysis is not a fun thing. But you're right. Like I do have to kind of ground myself. I remember to breathe. I believe in God, so I do pray. In those moments when I'm panicking, but I also think it's a way of kind of centering myself, if anything, So it helps calm me down, and then once I get out of the sleep paralysis, I try not to go back to sleep because I noticed that if I fall asleep again right afterwards, whether because I'm uncomfortable or whatever, I'll go through it again more than once, and it's just not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not a fun situation. Like just knowing that you can't move your body in that state, it's so weird, so weird. So I literally have to get up and like wash my face or something because it just freaks me out. It honestly freaks me out. But thankfully, I've never seen anything because I don't open my eyes.
Yeah.
I did at one point consider getting a tattoo of like a door. Have I said this before?
No, you have not.
So because one of the what they say is that it's just the reason you go through it is because it's like your soul trying to get back into it. People see shadow figures or demons or whatever they see because it's just like their soul like on a different plane almost, so you can't process it in the same way. So to me, like I was okay. So if my soul is just trying to get back in my body and I'm going through this situation, maybe if I put a door on my arm, it'll just find its way a lot easier. But I believe in stupid shit like that, so it's my mom's fault. Yeah.
Would you ever consider trying to astral project, like purposefully?
I mean, yeah, I guess if I could avoid the panic of the sleep paralysis part of it, and I related to that because that's the only I imagine what if that's what I'm doing in a sense, but I don't know how to manage it in a sense, right? If I could, I would. Yeah.
No, why not try and train yourself to do it?
How do you do that?
Like
do you know about
they say
this?
a good way to try and start astral projecting is when you lay down, to just start imagining yourself like your arms coming out of your body. Like if there's a rope hanging over you, and like your arms are coming out of your body, and they're grabbing that rope, and you're pulling yourself up. And they say that a lot of times that'll just keep you conscious into watching yourself pull yourself out of your body.
Yeah. That's
And-
interesting.
And then you can run amok, I guess.
Yeah. Just float around. Okay. This kind of
All right,
reminds
so
me.
next episode, Jaime's gonna tell us what it was like.
Yes, I astral projected. Did I ever tell you the story about like water? I think we talked
Yeah.
about like
Because
you have to drink water before you go to bed because your soul
Yeah.
won't come back. Yeah. So what if my soul doesn't come back if I astral project somewhere?
Well,
That's why I need a door.
but you know where you're at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just climb that rope the other way.
Okay. Thanks for the guidance.
I got you.
Yes.
Because I've mentioned my story on the show before.
Yeah.
Like my one sleep paralysis story.
Yeah.
Like that's all I got.
What was your sleep paralysis story? I'm trying to remember.
With all right, so
Was it the doors? The door?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you remember.
Yeah, I do.
And I mean, I've never had another experience
Mm-hmm.
like that. I guess I kind of every once in a while, but I'd never see anything or hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like when people tell you that when you believe in ghosts, you're more susceptible to them. It's just them telling you that that's going to be your answer for things. You know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, like the more you believe in something, the more likely it is to happen, or the more
Yeah, like
is
that.
just
That's what they tell you. Like, oh, if you believe in ghosts like that, that's when you're more likely to see them. And it's like, or are you seeing them because you believe that's what they are? Right?
like you understand it.
No,
No,
It's
then I
it's
don't
like
get what
it's
you're
like
saying.
okay. Like for me, it's if I see something move out of the corner of my eye, I'm just gonna.
Oh.
I know how it works. You know,
Yeah.
I know that those parts of the receptacles in the eyes pick up movement faster. So it could have literally been a bug.
Yeah,
But somebody that believes in ghosts will
Yeah, I would say
automatically
it's
go,
ghosts.
"There was a ghost there."
yeah,
You know, because they believe in ghosts.
yeah.
So like for them saying you're more likely to see ghosts when you believe in them. It's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah.
Got it.
I mean-
because you're trying to validate your
Yeah.
point. Okay, got it. I understand. Yeah. I'm ready.
And as opposed to me, who I don't believe in these things, so
Yeah.
that's not what I see.
Got
you know?
it. Yeah.
I do think that because like I said, I have had moments where I know I'm awake but I can't move. Mm-hmm. But there was one other incident that I've had that actually I completely forgot about until just this very moment.
Oh no.
And it was when I had my roommate when I first moved out, you know, and I had my roommate.
Okay.
And every once in a while, if she had a bad dream or something, she would come and sleep with me, right? So every once in a while, I would just feel her jump on the bed, right? And there was one night where that's what I felt. I felt someone jump on the bed, and I felt them like just push up against me, right? And I'm dead asleep. And then like the next day, I wake up and she wasn't home, right? So I called her and she said, "Oh, I didn't come home last night."
Oh shit.
And I'm like, "Well, someone just felt me up."
You weren't complaining. So.
Like
Yeah.
I needed the cuddles last night. I get it.
Aw.
Thanks, Ghost. You're the real MVP.
That's funny. I also think about some of my nightmares that I have, and the most vivid ones, and this is why I have fears of like underwater. It's just me being underwater, and like literally all I see is just like bubbles, you know,
Oh.
and underwater, and so it's just me.
Yeah, so you're not watching yourself.
No.
You're living it. Like,
I'm living it. Yeah. So it's just like I'm surrounded by water. I'm underwater, and all I see is bubbles. You know, and it's just like I'm just there. I can't do anything. I'm like deep underwater. You know, I'm sinking clearly, like in my opinion, because if things are going up, I'm going down.
you are.
I think that also relates to even like I see underwater creatures, whether it's like fish or eels. I don't know why eels specifically. Like I remember eels.
You know, we know why you see eels.
Why? What does that mean?
Nothing.
I like to eat eels.
Yeah, you do.
Stop! You're so dirty. You're such a pervert. Not even me. No, but yeah. So like, I see underwater creatures. I also have like nightmares of like just aquariums. I don't know how like they're aquariums, but they're like all the creatures are just trying to get me, and then like there's there's like this one specific aquarium. It's so stupid. There's like it's been abandoned or something, right? Because there's like algae growing on the glass, and there's like fucking octopus trying to attack me through the glass, right? But there's also like this path that's like stone over water though. So like one of the paths is just over water, and there's fucking underwater creatures that are just like trying to get me as I'm trying to cross this path, you know? So like I have very vivid dreams of like every underwater creature trying to kill me for some reason. You know, aside from me just sinking and drowning, I'm also being attacked by underwater creatures. That's why I don't go in waters. I'm scared of taking showers.
Sponge bath.
Sponge bath. Fucking towelette.
Wow.
Yeah. What's a nightmare that you've had that just...
So when I was little, I had a recurring nightmare.
Okay.
That I was being chased by an. At the time, the best I could describe it as was a leprechaun.
Okay. Okay.
I guess it's more of an elf.
Okay.
Gnome, maybe.
Okay.
Like as I've grown up, like that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Maybe it's like a gnome.
Yeah.
And I remember this thing just chasing me, and I remember it being recurring, like constantly. The last time I dreamt about it was, I remember I wasn't alone, and my mom, my sister, and my mom's boyfriend were there at the time, and we ran into like a public bathroom at a park, right?
Okay.
And I could hear this gnome just banging on the door, right? And the way we decided to escape was through the pipes. And so we all put our foots in one toilet because there was only one toilet.
Okay.
So and when I saw this in Harry Potter,
Yeah, like,
years
blew your
later,
mind.
yeah, just completely, because I was like 7, when I had this dream.
Out, yeah.
And that just goes to tell you too. I was 7 years old and I still remember these dreams so
Yeah,
vividly, because
yeah.
I remember sometimes like just walking through a forest and seeing this little gnome on top of a tree branch and just yelling at me and like running after me.
Yeah.
But I remember in this dream, like, we all had our foot in the toilet, and just before they flushed, like that door started to open and I ran to close it. So I pulled my foot out and they all flushed and, disappeared without me.
Oh, shit.
Right? So I pushed the door closed and I went back and I was trying to flush it again. And I couldn't because it had just flushed. So I had to wait. And then I woke up and then just never saw that little gnome again.
Crazy. That's a trip. I used to have a reoccurring nightmare too. I was, as a kid, I was really scared of scary movies. And so I think a lot of my nightmares were fueled by scary movies, a lot, but I used to see this very specific like dog that for some reason, and there was a man, and so there was a dog and a man, right?
Okay.
And they both had like very sinister green eyes, like they were glowing green, like almost like if you think about like Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas, like that color green in their eyes only, and both of them, and they were just always trying to hunt me down. Like they were just chasing me, and I would have that dream like often. And it was always like the same man and the same like dog, but the dog almost looked like a wolf. Even like I still have this image of it in my head. Same thing, right? It
hellhound.
Or like I don't know if it was because of Pet Sematary. Did you ever see those movies?
Yeah.
Like, did they have green eyes in those
I don't
movies?
remember.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know if it was because of that or not, but I remember like
I don't think so.
no, right? Because I don't. Maybe it's just a combination of like scary movies. My brothers used to love scary movies, and I was a little fucking chicken. Like I did not like scary movies, but they would always fucking. I remember
Maybe
having
they did the right
nightmares.
thing.
Torture me?
Yeah.
Wow, no.
So you toughen up.
No, my God, I'm a little bitch. No, I love scary movies now, by the way, so I guess it worked. I don't. It's funny now. Now, like if I watch a scary movie and I have a nightmare, I wake up like, damn, I should have seen that scary movie last night, but I laugh about it,
Yeah.
you know. But no, I do remember that specifically, like being chased, and even then, like there was always and they were the only ones that would stop me from being able to escape my dreams, because when I was a kid, the way I would escape my nightmares, I would grab my nose and put my arm out, like my left arm, like put it out and spin in circles, and I would come out of my dream, like I would wake up, right? Like it just always worked. But then when those things were around, I could not get out of the dreams. Like no matter how many times I tried it. I mean, obviously, eventually I got out of the dream, right? But because I wake up. But no matter how much I tried it, like
You just look like a dumbass covering your nose.
yeah,
And spinning a circle.
they're just looking at me like, as they're trying to eat my soul, right? Like, so, but no, like that. That's what, like, and I talk about that that specific because I have this nightmare when I was a kid that I was in my like elementary school, and there was a car there, and I was just being surrounded by zombies and monsters and shit like that, right? And it's just crazy. Like the sky is red, like the everything's kind of like a hue of like reddish color too, you know, the car. So I jump on top of this car because I'm trying to escape all these monsters, and the only reason I got out was because I grabbed my nose and spun in circles, and I just woke up. But it was just such a crazy, almost like that Constantine scene.
I'm just like, you're such a Wonder Woman.
I wonder if that's where I got it from. Yes, gay. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm here. I'm queer.
What about
Get used to it. Anyway.
what about? Have you ever dreamt with people who have passed away?
I'm gonna say no, and I'll say the reason I kind of say that like hesitantly is because the people who I'm closest with, like, and I knock on wood, like they haven't passed away.
Okay.
You know, for example, my grandparents, I didn't really know them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm gonna say I'm just trying to remember if there's anybody specific that I can remember that I like. Maybe I saw it in a dream, but no, not for me.
For me, when my grandma passed away, like a couple days later, I had a dream that I was walking in a mansion. Would look like a mansion at least. It looked like a giant home, you know, going down a hallway. And as I'm walking, most of my dreams are in third person, basically. Like
really?
I'm watching myself.
Wow.
So I'm watching myself walk, but in the background, and I don't notice. Like, Dream Me doesn't notice because his eyes are just fixed ahead of him, right? But I can see it, and I can see in the background there are paintings, and they're all paintings of my grandma. And in each painting, she's decaying more and more.
Oh no.
And it's not till we get to like where she's like really zombified when Dream Me like looks over and sees her.
Yeah.
And she reaches out of the painting to grab me.
Whoa.
Right? And then I woke up.
Whoa. Did you have a bad relationship with your grandma?
No, not really.
I don't mean to like ask so many details. No, but like was there like what like the way she passed away was from
No, we were all expecting it.
She's like older.
She was older and she was sick and she didn't take care of herself.
Got it.
So it wasn't surprising. I mean, it was surprising that she lasted as long as she did. But no, I mean, I didn't really have a bad relationship with her. Yeah, it was just that was my dream, and it was creepy as hell.
I'm sure that would wake me up too. And then, well, yeah. Did I tell you about the story about the
Princess and the Frog?
The cheetah at like a school with my sister? I feel
That sounds exactly like what I just said.
No, but for real.
No.
I feel like I talked about it before.
Not with me.
So my sister recently moved to San Diego, right? And I don't know, like I always try to kind of find definition as well, like in my dreams, right? Anyway,
Because
so
you're crazy.
Okay, yeah, because I'm crazy.
No, that's not what I said.
What did you say, bitch? Anyway, this totally makes a lot of sense, right? Like my sister moved to San Diego. She's my baby sister. Like I love my sister, right? She's also has my niece, right? In this dream, we were going to the same school, which was a college school, right? And right now, as I'm playing it in my head, it's Cal State Long Beach. Clearly, it's Cal State Long Beach because like there's a specific place where we pass as we're walking that has
Where
like
it flutters.
yes, but also there's a bridge like connecting two parking structures.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's like an announcement that like, hey, you guys need to start going home because there's like some emergency. I think they said somebody like died on campus. But nobody really knew what happened, right? So as we're leaving, though, there was like these two animal trainers with like a cheetah, right? And they were calling it a jaguar, but to me, it's a fucking cheetah, right? Like I still see the cheetah. It's such a random fucking dream, okay?
Okay.
Everything was random in there, okay? I was a Cal State, yeah, that is. These two animal keepers, what did they call them earlier? Whatever. These two keepers, right, were like just standing over this cheetah. We're just standing over this cheetah, and the cheetah, unfortunately, had somebody like they had killed. The cheetah had killed, right? Like they had to put it down, and then the zookeepers or the animal keepers are like freaking out, but they're trying to stay calm because like they don't want to freak the animal out more. Yeah. They just didn't have a way to kind of control it in the situation. That person died, and so. In this situation, like people start freaking out. They see the body. They start leaving. They start running in different directions. And my first thought was like, "Hey, let me call my sister. Let me see where she's at because I just want to let her know that this is going on over here." Mm-hmm. So I try to call her and I can't get a hold of her. But for some reason, I see her off in the distance, like at a park, almost like a little island, and it's like a little park. Might have a tree, I don't remember. But she's just chilling there, like she's hanging out. Might have been eating something, I don't remember, right? She's just hanging out. And I saw her, so my first thought was like, hey, let me go let her know so that I can get her out of here, right? And let's just take off. Well, at the same time that I noticed her, the cheetah also noticed her, right? And so I was like, oh, fuck, right? So I run. I swear I told you this. Dream run?
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Where you're just running in slow motion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly that. So that was exactly that. I'm running towards her, right? And I'm running towards her, and the cheetah then starts running towards her too, right?
So now you're racing a cheetah.
So now I'm racing a fucking cheetah.
In the dream.
With
the dream run.
Running towards my sister, right? So the cheetah goes like this is pretty much it's gonna be anticlimactic, unfortunately. But so the cheetah go like I dive in front of the cheetah. The cheetah dives over me, right? And jumps over me. Excuse me, bitch. Jumps over me. Whose fucking dream is this? Mine or yours? What the fuck? It can dive.
Sure.
I'm just joking. Anyway, the cheetah jumped over me and unfortunately like got my sister, right?
You killed your sister?
Shut up. Don't say that.
You threw a cheetah at your sister?
I tried to protect my sister in that moment and the cheetah still jumped over me. Got my sister and I just saw them spin off, like kind of like it grabbed her. Anyway, unfortunately, I woke up in that moment. I don't know the end.
You mean fortunately?
Well, I say unfortunately because I don't know what the end of the story was. Like in my dream, in my continuations, like I saved my sister from the cheetah. Yeah. I don't know how I did it, but I saved my sister from the cheetah. But I also
it's okay. Write your own ending.
Exactly. See, this is my fucking story, right? Can you let me finish it? But so I feel like the reason I had that dream was because I don't have a way to really protect my sister now, because she's so far away. It's not far, but it's far enough to not be able to, kind of, and it's like, to me, life is the cheetah, like she's out there by herself, living her own life now, in
her little island.
She lives by herself. I'm not trying to give too much away about my sister. Yeah. Don't go looking for my sister. But she lives by herself, she's living her own life. She's doing what she has to do for herself, which is great. Right, but I can't help but feel like, and this is again why life to me is that cheetah, right? Mm-hmm. Because there's some crazy shit that happens in this world, and I don't have a way to protect her or get a hold of her like as easily as I used to be able to. You know, so that's my sister,
especially in
Cheetah's,
earthquake country.
in San Diego. Is it crazy with earthquake or just California?
Just California.
Yeah. I'm not scared. I'm more scared of a cheetah than an earthquake, apparently. So. But in my dream, I see my sister still. In my delusion, I say my sister. Yeah, but it just tripped me out because it's very. And I did feel that way, you know. Like I didn't mean to like. I want her to have her life, and I want her to just be good, be fine, you know. But life is life, you know, and especially being at such a distance, you know, like it's not the same type of. I can't take care of her the way like I used to be able to, in a sense, even though. Yeah.
What about lucid dreaming?
I used to be able to do that at a certain point too. So lucid dreaming is being able to control your dreams, right? Yeah. But I don't remember anything like specific that I used to be able to control, but I do remember being able to control some of my dreams.
Every time I have figured out I'm dreaming, I wake up.
Oh, okay.
Like every single time.
Yeah.
There was one time I remember that I was in an alleyway on a big wheel.
Okay.
And I was racing like a horse, right?
Okay.
And so I'm on a big wheel. Remember the big wheels?
Yeah.
Like tricycle with the big wheel in front?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm on one of those.
Oh, shit.
And
the pedal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm pedaling down this alleyway, keeping up with this horse.
Wow.
And at some point, I'm just like, I'm dreaming. So I stopped, and the first thing I did was I jumped into the sky because I wanted to fly. Right? And just as I'm getting up to orbit and stuff, because I want to take a look at the Earth from space.
Aww.
Just as I'm getting there, I wake up.
Damn it.
Mad as hell.
I almost saw Earth.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I wanted to make sure it was round.
No ice walls, you mean, right?
No ice walls. And I've read into lucid dreaming, and apparently flying is very difficult in lucid dreaming.
Oh.
So I'm like...
So you can do a lot of these, you just can't fly?
Yeah, well, yeah. Like, they say it takes a lot of training to get there.
Oh.
And I'm just like... I was like, I'm dreaming? Fuck it, let me fly.
That was the first thing you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Were you a kid, did you say?
Yeah.
You're like, this was yesterday? you were not a kid on a big wheel?
No, you just imagined
I did because of the big wheel. Like, I was 30.
It might have been like 5 years ago, yeah.
Okay. You're 30 now, so you'd be 25.
34.
Right? You're 34 now?
34.
Pitch you old? No, I'm just joking.
I'm feeling.
You're not old. Stop it. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I can't remember any. I feel like there's been some superhero shit that's happened in my dreams, I'm sure, but I can't specifically.
There would be a lot of Scarlett Johansson happening in my dreams.
Stop. No.
And Lupita.
Stop. She's gorgeous. Yeah. Dreams are crazy. Dreams are really crazy.
That's what we figured out.
I mentioned. I hope they're not different dimensional lives where I'm like being chased by a fucking werewolf man, a wolf and a man trying to hunt me down, and zombies and cheetahs.
As far as I'm concerned, all of those things are happening.
All at once.
All at once.
Yes, layers.
All right. I mean that's been our show when it comes to dreams.
Yeah.
I know we didn't explain what any of these dreams meant.
Well, we kind of did. We talked about lucid dreaming. We talked about sleep paralysis. Oh, like the actual meaning behind dreams. No, we're just talking. We weren't here to tell you that.
So, I mean, hopefully you guys got some entertainment out of it. If you had any weird dreams, please let us know. I would love to know about that.
Yes. Tell us.
And then, do you have anything else to say?
No, I'm good.
Sweet. Have a week.
Bye.